Time to buckle up the Seminoles and the Tigers. Their first meeting since 2019 underway in Baton Rouge. Latson with 4, and Jimmy, that's what both sides were working on first this morning at shoot-around. Those out-of-bounds plays inside to Smith.
Samaya Smith is 6'2" and long. Want to score early in that shot clock. They don't take a lot of time working that ball around, and there you see the inside presence of Smith. It's just whoever's playing the best, but they cannot turn the ball over, just manage it in this game.
Morrow to Smith, brilliant dime. It's 10-8. Jimmy, here comes the pace you and I were talking about. Turnage, bounce pass is picked off. Here comes Flage.
He is so good. Well, LSU has their own active hands and active athletes. Awfully long, awfully explosive on both ends of the floor. Not just their offense. They can explode defensively. Set to check in.
Bowles for 3. Timpson on the offensive glass and stolen by Smith.
And again, just manage the game. If you're the LSU point guard, you're surrounded by All-Americans.
Tim Mulkey basically reiterated that to us earlier this morning. Williams from downtown. 9-0 run for LSU. Gordon. Here's Smith.
Good enough to keep you in the game, but got to have some help to win the game.
Day Wilson to Morrow. She's been active inside to Smith, and the high-low action has been working well.
Anissa Morrow grew up a point guard. That shows you right there her confidence.
Backdoor cut. Michaela Williams. 21-12.
Florida State wants to keep that ball on the side. They down anything on the sidelines, force it to the baseline.
Smith too strong. Late whistle.
Well, LSU is really moving the ball well. And they lift that offense at times, and when they do, it's just a special play waiting to happen. You just circle off Mitchell from that elbow series up top and get a good cut. And the length of Smith as a passer at 6'2" over the outstretched arms is a key part of that play.
Williams picks up her first. Smith at the stripe, 66%.
Has been the nation's leading scorer since November. 25 points a game coming in.
Williams, the layup line.
You have to have really good gap discipline defensively for Florida State. And there's no one in that gap. That's just a handheld. Great pursuit and quickness of that basketball. They're the game winner this year from the 15-foot line.
Gilbert on Treadwell. Inside to Smith.
Yep. Roy, Florida State is going to down the ball on the side. They're going to force the ball baseline. Knowing that, you have to rotate over. You know where you're forcing the ball. But there's no defensive help that comes over to shut off Gilbert. And a good job by Smith to get right in front of the rim and expose her numbers. Samaya Smith finishes off the play.
Samaya Smith with 9 points. DeSoto High School, Texarkana, Texas. Missed all but 7 games last season due to an ACL. And now that she's healthy, she admitted watching this team on the bench last year, the postseason falling in the Elite 8. It was tough at times, and now back with a vengeance in 2025. Florida State has a way of creating matchup problems. So does LSU. Jada Richard lays it in. And the stars shining brightly here in this second-round matchup.
Well, remember, Florida State, they're 17-1 if they make 8 or more threes. They've already made 5 in the first half.
LSU, Samaya Smith in double figures. She's got 12. Latson, contested. Here's Smith. Flage's only attempted 3 shots tonight. Make it 4! And how about that finish?
Yes, ma'am, again. She was raised by a single mom. Just a beautiful spirit inside that 4 white jersey.
Latson on the cut and stolen away by Morrow.
Good pass.
To Smith. Williams is wide open.
Bam!
That's a 3.
What presence, though, that time by Samaya Smith to run the floor down the middle as a post kid, knowing as soon as this thing touches my paws, I'm fine.
Tonight, Latson, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Also, the turnovers starting to mount up. Got 5 in the game. Smith down low.
Smith has been an absolute blessing for Kim Mulkey.
One more chance. 3 opportunities.
They're tracking to go over 100 again in this game. That's how good they're clicking right now to start this women's NCAA championship.
Bowles off the mark. Samaya Smith clears.
Man.
And Florida State ends the third quarter, 6.5 minutes without a point.
You talk about total domination over a really good Florida State.
Best friend Jan Crawford, a CBS News correspondent. Her daughter played at Georgia Mason, so they got to spend some time together before. Flage racing for the rebound is Day Wilson. Back and forth.
That is big time, I'm telling you.
Those passing lanes, the angles, the finishes. You mentioned earlier, 26 assists. In and out and back down. And a battle of wills between the SEC and the ACC. Again, a second half for the ages. And Kim Mulkey back to the Sweet 16. The LSU Tigers headed to Spokane.
Just a dominant second half.
Here we go. NC State wearing their home whites and LSU in the stunning all purples today, trimmed in just a touch of gold. And here we go. Our starting lineups brought to you by Capital One. Flage, Johnson, Williams, and Morrow, the big three. What will Poa and Smith do? Sometimes it's the supplementary players outside of the big three that make such a difference. Johnson slicing in. No foul call, but the follow is good. Smith has a couple of national championship run, and they're letting them play so far. LSU. It is now Samaya Smith 6.
Well, Samaya Smith is open because of the heavy help by Trieger on the interior. One of the best mid-range jumpers that she's ever seen, and she's coached a lot of great players.
Yeah, including one of them on her bench right now, and Simone Augustus. Rivers misses, and Trieger could not come up with it.
One or two dribble punch is going to get a wide-open look.
Hayes with a couple of threes so far, and a nice dish.
Pressure on them, forcing them to play one-on-one. That's a good drop-off, but a great play by Smith.
Samaya Smith, who has damaged them on the offensive end.
Use that screen, create an opportunity at the rim or to get an open look.
Trigger comes out.
And a lot of standing on the other side of the floor for NC State.
Long trip from Raleigh to Spokane.
Sure is.
And here she is. Cupping out. A little bit of a slow start in this game, but now she's got 8 points. This is the biggest lead of the evening for the Pack, but that disappears. Williams with the miss, but it's tipped out by Smith. That's Anissa Morrow doing Anissa Morrow things. She's just an incredible rebound. Rivers, there you go. That's what you want to see, but it got taken away. Williams is such a good rebounding guard. Gets herself a little bit better look at it. And the foul on Trieger. Not a bad resume.
Louisiana Tech for the great, and with the great Leon Barnell.
LSU attacking the basket. I mentioned that NC State only committed 2 fouls in that first half. They're getting a lot more here by attacking.
And they're not a team that typically fouls a lot, but right here, great job of execution after the timeout, clearing out the single side pick and roll, and continuing to feed Samaya Smith. She's been terrific this whole NCAA tournament.
Coming off that season high 20 against Florida State. A game that was tight at the half. Zoe Brooks gets it back to 3. Williams inside to Smith. Williams has scored 8 of LSU's last 10 points. Brooks continues to just take the Wolfpack shots, and now Smith is fouled by Brooks.
Those big defensive possessions, the one by Samaya Smith, but the time before by Caitlin Gilbert to get that block, those were big-time plays.
18 points. Make it 20. She had 20 in their last game against Florida State. Zoe Brooks inbounds with just under 15 seconds left to go. Up to defend. 3-point attempt. James, no. Rebound by Smith, who's fouled right away. Samaya Smith joining Morrow and Williams. That trio has scored 68 of LSU's 78 points.
Well, Samaya Smith has been outstanding in this NCAA tournament. Scoring double figures in every ball game. Really got them started, has made some big plays. And we expected it to be a different big three, but the interior presence and that post tandem has been dominant.
Smith has tied her career high in scoring. Anissa Morrow, the best rebounder in the country, comes up with the final miss. And for the third straight year, the Tigers roll into the Elite Eight.
She's a jack of all trades. She does everything. Assists, steals, distributes.
Smith has Johnson has 10. Try to get some more here with just under 5 minutes remaining. Nice late pass down to Smith for the score for LSU. Oh, what a pass down to Smith. Koshner with 9. Look at Smith go to work. Smith. She's had her third career double-double, 11 points and 11 rebounds. And works hard and quietly to get it. Make it 13 points. That gives her a double-double, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Smith. A long three from NBA range is off the mark by Day Wilson, but still. LSU off to a 6-2 advantage. Morrow slings it up, misses off the window. Offensive rebound, Smith pivoting but can't shoot. Back to Day Wilson. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Down to Smith. She's got an open look and scores from 2 feet. Opening seconds of the third quarter. Turnaround jumper will not go. Stick back, rolls in.
To a head coach and winning titles at Vegas, but then you start getting Caitlin's and the Angels. I mean, there are players now on a one-name basis.
Other way after the rebound. Morrow dumps it off late for the lay-in by Smith.
5-2 LSU gets it down to Smith in the lane, turns, 5-footer, bounces in. Actually, the fourth foul on Jones quickly. Johnson down low, Smith fadeaway 4-footer off the wing. They've made. After an 0-for-2 start in the half, they are 4-for-4. Richard lobs it down to Smith on the left block and an easy layup.
In the first quarter, they weren't falling, but it took the second quarter and everything was falling.
Smith uses the left. Leading 46-41. Down low they go again. Smith bothers the shot. Takes it away. Day Wilson got low and scoops it from the ankles. Late feed down to Smith. Oh, my. Learn puts it on the floor. Smith holds her ground. Not been her best game offensively. But she does have a double-double with 10 points and 13.
Finds the basket, fades, and will hit that shot most of the time.
Morrow, 17 points, 19 rebounds. Samaya Smith.
And Troy just has not been able to figure out number 24. She's manhandling them in the backcourt.
Smith reaches over the defender, scores on the... And halfway to double figures in rebounding with 5. Looking for her 77th.
A foul call, but there it is, and we appreciate the official coming to tell us about it.
It was the fourth foul for Mbori and the first Figueroa, Baez, Dyer, Wagner, and Jackson for Troy. Smith puts it in. An easy rebound pulled off by Kyron Whittington. That's swatted away down low. Smith steps outside in 5 tries from 3-point range. Actually, she's now 5 for 6. But LSU. A quick release jumper from 10 feet. Smith offensive rebound and puts it. The Tigers have been limited to 2 points in this quarter so far. Smith is there to defend.
A remarkable career in scoring and rebounding and doing all the dirty work. The inbounds pass is deflected. Williams runs it down. LSU gets a point-blank range shot from Smith from about 7 feet in the lane.
No doubt. Let's coach dearly.
Look at the pass. Morrow. No shot available. Hinton goes baseline after taking the return pass, and that one is whacked down.
How far that goes for teams when your bigs are good free throw shooters, because you know there's going to be contact. Beautiful pass.
Way to hold up your end of the bargain.
I'm doing what I can.
Smith, that's what she does best. Vanderbilt is leading really big against Appalachian State. That's going to fall.
Still looking.
That's what we want. Keep him out there.
Lobbed it out to Wheaton. She'll go free throw line, step back with 3. Left elbow, and Samaya Smith blocks the elbow jumper, has the rebound. Robinson left of the top of the key to Cameron Jones. She'll step back, and Samaya Smith blocked the 18-footer.
Had a poetic element to her Hall of Fame induction speech. 2 fouls, stays in. She's on Johnson with 5.6 left. In for Smith. Down to 3 on the clock. 1 dribble up to the rim. And she got it. Down 6 players due to injury, and 3 players have foul trouble for Seton Hall, and adding to it on the end, 1 for Smith.
Able to get into their press, but LSU didn't have any trouble with it.
That is just crushed out of it.
Here's Samaya Smith. Pull up from 12 feet is good. Good idea, Williams. Bad execution. Williams gets the interception on one end, looking for the assist on this side. Samaya Smith finishes it off. I was there for that one. That was actually the first game I ever worked at UIC. Turnaround is good in the paint. Samaya Smith. Johnson along the baseline, gives it up to Smith. Jumper for Samaya Smith is good.
LSU up by 8. A little over a minute to go in the first quarter. That one gets a... Sanchez has it blocked.
Everyone else is in a zone. What's key here is rotating and being able to box out.
Face guarding her in that diamond and one. Nice pass once again. Interesting to see how she plays in conference play, but she's gotten up some nice shots early. There's Morrow with another rebound. Short on that, but Smith.
Bostic will take her time now attacking. Sends it under the backboard. LSU controls. Second foul on Sumbani. Inside to Smith. Off the inbounds. A shot was tapped. Feels like a layup.
Oh, he's open when he gets out of his car in the parking lot. He's got to look for his shot. They took her back to the locker room in the first quarter, but she's back. Pierre looking to drive baseline. Stopped by Samaya Smith. Got the block. And Anissa Morrow scoops up the rebound, her 5th of the game. Hitting Flagey in rhythm. No. You can't give LSU all kinds of chances. They hit her going to the basket, but she finds a double team. Samaya Smith with the block. And it's a turnover. And for Vanderbilt, they just got to get good shots. Got to stop turning the ball over. Blake's weaving through LSU's defense. Samaya Smith playing volleyball. Samaya Smith.
A lot of hours in this LSU program. There is Smith. Some of the body language he said. A good post-up position again. Just continue to hammer it inside. Smith. Get a good one. Still plenty of time.
McGill hesitation. Smith with the swat.
And Fagan for head coach Dawn Staley. Great look on the inbounds play. Gets off the fake. And tied up. Then trap it. Arrow gives it back to LSU. Flagey, the dump off to Smith. The only team that has beaten South Carolina this year. Samaya Smith. Lead at 8. 7 to shoot. Smith with a steal.
And we say leading scorers, and for LSU, that's almost 70% of their scoring in those 3 players.
Koulibaly out for the rest of the game. Where denied by Smith.
Whoa. Rolling around and falls down.
Point guard Avery Kroenke missed most of last year with an injury, back healthy this season that we just talked about, all in the starting lineup and all looking to fuel the offense tonight. There's the first basket. Down low, Angelique and Galakalandi can't get Missouri on the board, and she's rejected on her second effort. Out of bounds. And last touch by Missouri.
Samara Spencer recognized that, and so any opportunity she could, she drove, and that allowed Tennessee to take the lead.
Transition bucket.
For the second part of this first quarter, turning LSU over and then running in transition.
I think Samaya Smith got 17 points for Gilbert.
See, she's got position there. Yeah. But Samaya Smith has just had a huge...
Oh, she'll give it inside to Oldacre.
Smith again.
Look at Samaya Smith. Oh, dishing it inside. Carlton stop, and Samaya Smith
continue to be aggressive and attack because LSU suffering a little bit of foul trouble.
Strip of the basketball.
Flau'jae Johnson's first touch. She gives it up. Nice pass.
But they continue to come out and continue to fight.
Evans battling in the paint, has it stripped away. See if LSU can break the field goal drought. Michaela Williams in and out. Smith with the offensive rebound, and that breaks the drought. Touching with the ball against Smith. Double team comes over. She's still working. Good bounce pass inside. Oh, nice! It's like the Globetrotters. Again, every time LSU builds the lead up, Georgia fights back. Smith answers.
All of that right now. Strack with the post up, gets to the right side, blocked by Smith. And it's Kentucky basketball. Lawrence off the bounce. Smith bothers the shot. Much better ball movement on the first possession. And if you've watched Coach Mulkey over the years, she didn't say a word to her. Morrow now 10 points and 8 rebounds, working on another double-double. She has 24 in 27 games. Day Wilson doing a nice job on Amor. They're going over that middle ball screen now in the second half. Silva tied up by Smith. Morrow into a triple team, still got it up, and Smith is there weak side.
Quickly back the other way. Smith wasting no time to lay up for LSU. Maybe on the outside.
That's the veteran coach.
LSU would love to get Flau'jae going. She's 0 for 4 from the field so far, but instead it's Smith. Williams, good defense, stood her ground tonight. I mean, I like the drama. We've got some intensity. We've got some spiciness.
It's SEC basketball.
Yes.
Drama.
Smith muscles it in. Playing with the 4 fouls. Morrow, no. Cody with the rebound. Smith says, that's mine. Chance for a 3-point play. That's why it's so important to keep her on the floor if you're Alabama right now. She's got the 4 fouls. She's got to be careful. Here's Smith inside.
Time that she thought and didn't need to rush it.
Johnson, too strong. Smith, another one. Barker finds Cody. Cody, Smith there defensively. Batted out. Nye getting in there, and the foul is on Nye.
Got the start today. Started 10 games this season. Just a really neat career for Pola. Her 3 years at Baton Rouge. What a brilliant find. The rationale, reasoning behind it. Jacobs going to work. Smith. Richardson this time passes it up, puts it on the deck. That one is knocked free. Smith.
She's averaging 3 more points per game than last season.
Now Florida's gone back to the zone. So now I think you get Quajay back healthy. I think LSU will get back on track.
14 turnovers for Texas. 9 for LSU. Nice look. Williams to Smith. Under 5 minutes to go in the fourth. Here's Booker dumping it in. Holly gets blocked by Smith. Williams.
Yeah, sent 2 at her.
Williams gives it up. Smith's jumper is good.
Them earlier this year at Florida, I remember that about then, just how fast all 5 of their athletes get up and down the floor, and a nice, simple, hugging people you don't even know, when you're watching it in a bar or something.
Here's Smith in traffic, and you mentioned
2 great athletic teams with experience and players that have something to prove, led by Tanaya Latson, the leading scorer in America. Great look inside. Much bigger factor than what some people have suggested coming into the dance. Smith inside.
2 of 17 in the first half. A huge difference when they get hit from the perimeter.
Smith gets it to drop. Smith pull-up jumper is good. Here's Rice working behind the D. With Betts out of the game, Jones in a crowd loses it. With 6:40 to go in this quarter, Betts patiently waits, gets held up, and that is going to be a jump. And the possession looking in, kicking out. Betts gets a touch. Betts has it slapped to the floor and taken by Samaya Smith. Betts, deep catch, and again Smith able to knock it away. Guarded by Johnson, gets over the screen, Rice through the lane, gets blocked, and it stays here.